Alright, what is going on, everyone? It is Super here, and welcome to another Injustice 2 Top 5 video. And today we're going to be talking about what, in my opinion, are top 5 new characters that should make it into Injustice. I think these are fan favorite characters. I think these characters will fit in perfectly with Injustice 2, and I would love to see them in, and I think they will probably be in the game. So let's get started here with the number one pick, and the most obvious one of them all. That's right, we're talking about Darkseid. I think Darkseid is definitely going to be the main villain in the Injustice 2 story mode. You know, he's one of the most iconic DC villains of all time. Very, very powerful. Just imagine how good of a zoning character he's going to be with his Omega Beam. He's going to be insane. Not only that, but he's really fast, he's really strong. You know, he's going to be crazy. I wonder how they're gonna, balance this character, because, Darkseid is incredibly strong. But I'm really looking forward to seeing him. He's definitely gonna be one of the characters that I play the most, because I think he looks sick as hell. And I think he's definitely going to be in the game. So I can't wait to see how they portray Darkseid in Injustice 2. That one is a shoo-in. Moving on now to my number 2 pick, who is Red Hood. Red Hood is actually a very, very hot and popular character at the moment, and I don't think they're going to pass up the opportunity to put him in the game. I do think Nightwing is going to make it into Injustice 2 as well. So for me to pick between another, quote-unquote Robin, it was between, the original Dick Grayson Robin or having Red Hood. And I think to fit Injustice 2 the way it's gonna look, and I think it's gonna be like really gritty and stuff, I think Red Hood would definitely make more sense, and he would look better in Injustice 2 than like the original Robin. So moving on, here is my first female character that I think is gonna make it, and that is Starfire. Starfire is a very, very popular character, part of the Teen Titans, later joins the Justice League, and I think she's going to take the place of Raven, who was in the original Injustice. I think they could do a lot more with Starfire. With her ability to absorb ultraviolet rays, gives her the ability, to fly, gives her superhuman powers. She could shoot projectiles. She has a lot that they could definitely work with, and she looks great. She looks great, and she's a fan favorite character. So she's the first female character that I think, new female character that I think is going to make it. So moving on here to my fourth pick. This one might be a little bit of a shocker to you guys, no pun intended, because there aren't too many people talking about this character, but I think Static is going to make it into Injustice 2. If you guys remember, back in the 90s, there was a show called Static Shock. The superhero is actually called Static, and he is, I think they're going to make a movie about this character coming up here in the, maybe next year or in the upcoming years. So I think having him in the game, getting more fans into, this character storyline, I think would be really, really smart from Warner Brothers. And not only that, but come on, the guy shoots out electricity. He looks amazing. He flies around on a, hover disc. He would look awesome in Injustice 2, and I think he's actually going to be the character to replace Shazam, because like I mentioned in a previous video, I don't think Shazam is going to make it into Injustice 2, so they need another electricity based character, and what better character than Static, right? So I think Static is definitely going to make it into Injustice 2. Cannot wait. I think his gameplay, there's so much they could do with him. I think he's going to be really sick. So moving on here to my fifth and final pick. And this is one of the characters that was a shocker that didn't make it into the original Injustice, that I think for sure has to make it into Injustice 2. And I'm talking about Poison Ivy. Poison Ivy has a unique, place. She could have a unique play style with all her plant-based moves. She could have a lot of lows, coming from the ground. I think this is going to be the character that replaces Killer Frost as, another female character in Injustice. And I think Poison Ivy would definitely fit the game very, very well. She could have a full screen presence. She could have a lot of low attacks. She could have a lot of, 50-50s with, if they give her overheads. She could have overhead low specials. She has a lot of things that they could work with as far as her, gameplay and playstyle. So And, you know, come on. Who is a more fan favorite villain in the Batman universe than Poison Ivy as far as like a female villain? You know, Poison Ivy is right there at the top in my opinion. So I think she'll definitely look great in Injustice 2. Let me know what you guys think of my picks, and I will see you guys next time.